So last week I had the chance to go hands-on with a bunch of upcoming Splatoon content, most of which has already come out in the form of the August update, but there were a few other things I gotta try out that haven't come out yet, and that includes a brand new Rainmaker mode that is coming very soon. So the objective of the Rainmaker mode is actually pretty simple, and that's to take the Rainmaker weapon that starts in the middle of the map and deliver it to the marked spot at the opponent's base. Now, if that sounds at all familiar, that might be because it's basically the same idea as tower control, but there are a few key differences. For one, you're not on a track, which means you can take any path you want to the opponent's base. And this newfound freedom, at least in my experience, makes the mode feel a little bit less chaotic than tower control. Well, sort of, because the Rainmaker itself is pretty intense, because it basically functions like the Inkzuka special weapon, allowing you to fire tornadoes. Except you're able to fire them whenever you want. The only catch is you do have to charge it up between each one, and the longer you charge it, the bigger the tornado. I mean, just check out the streaky go on here as you close in on the opponent's base. And that's partially what makes this mode so interesting, because you're not really a sitting duck like you are in tower control. Because not only do you have an extremely potent weapon, but you're also highly mobile too. With that said, you're still a huge target, and that means, like in tower control, there's probably going to be a lot of back and forth during each match. But speaking of which, there's something else unique about the Rainmaker mode. And that's the fact that, before you can pick it up, you have to break through its protective shield first. So, if you take out someone holding the Rainmaker, you have some work to do before you can pick it up for yourself, while at the same time keeping the opponent away from picking it back up for themselves too. But be careful, because if you're too close to that shield as your opponent destroys it, it'll take you out. And speaking of exploding, if I remember correctly, there's a 60-second countdown each time you collect the Rainmaker. And if you don't deliver it, or get taken out before it expires, it'll explode while you're holding it. At least I think that's what happens, because I never saw it for myself, but I'm pretty sure that's what the rep told me if I remember correctly. Now, if neither team is able to get the Rainmaker to the opponent's base within the 5-minute time limit, then the victory goes to whoever got closest. Again, like in tower control. Even the on-screen meter near the top is basically identical, showing each team's progress. So there you have it. That's the basics of the new Rainmaker mode. It's similar enough to tower control to get into quickly, but different enough that it very much feels like its own thing. Now, if you want to see even more of how Rainmaker plays, we posted a couple of gameplay videos in the description below. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and of course keep an eye on GameXplain for more on Splatoon and other things gaming too, including even more on the upcoming content in the near future.